Hello everyone, it's Diane. I have the final two Halloween journals finished. One of these is spoken for, the other one will be in my shop. I don't know which one will be in my shop at this point. If Karen replies pretty quickly, I'll let her pick what she wants. If she's busy, because it is the weekend, people have things to do on weekends. And if she doesn't get back by the end of this, well, by some point this evening, I'll just pick one for her and I'll list the other one. So let's just get into these books and see what they're like. I just tied some seam binding around them. This orange is a vintage seam binding that I just opened. I got this at one of my flea markets. And I don't know how old the black is. I've had it in my stash. So this was a off-white cover, and I painted it black. And I Mod Podged a napkin of a raven onto it, but it kind of just sank into the background. But you can see like a shadow of the raven, and you can see where it overlapped on this card. And I like the textured, crinkly, shadowy effect. So even though it didn't show up like I thought it would, I still like the way it looks. And then I just also Mod Podged these printable images. This is from Nick the Booksmith. And I will link all of the digitals that I used, because I use quite a variety of digitals. And I painted the back also. And put this pretty vintage lace on the edges and this fabric, and there are 3 signatures. I just finished sewing the signatures in, so what I will probably do is sew or glue something down the spine of it, like I did with the first book. I glued some lace down there because the thread that I have is white. I ran out of black and I hadn't replaced it yet, so I'll probably cover that with something. There are 3 signatures. I don't know if I said that. Again, this is a printable label, so you can write your name here. And this is a pocket that is supposed to have this glued behind it to make it look like a library pocket. But I just left it, just used that little part and then put this tag in there. The pages that I used are from a digital kit called Something Wicked. And I'll link that below also. I put some lace crochet trim on the edge of that. This is a Tim Holtz portrait from the 8x8 Halloween pack paper. And this sticker, the frame, was a sticker from Echo Park that someone had sent me. Susan sent it to me a couple years ago. Erin just sent me a pack of Halloween die cuts and washi tape, so I used quite a bit of the washi tape in here and some of the die cuts. So I just did this fabric flip here with this, I love that ribbon there, and some vintage lace. There's vintage paper here to journal on, and a Tim Holtz stamp of a bat. Somebody sent me that owl fabric. Thank you. Thank you to everybody who contributed bits to this book. Again, a Tim Holtz portrait. There's a printable tab here of a ghost and another piece of that vintage paper for journaling. This is a piece of the 8x8 Tim Holtz paper. And this set of tags that I used throughout these books, I think they're from Ephemera's Garden. I used quite a few of these mason jars with haunted houses. And then this, which I believe is supposed to be an envelope, but I'm not sure. Maybe it's supposed to be like this. But I left it open so that you can journal on it. I printed this spider paper on vellum. It has a bit of orange in it too. I like that. This looks really neat on the vellum. This is just a black fabric tab with some of this gray webby trim over it. Looks like a spider web. Here's one of the pieces that Erin sent me. She die cut this out of a cereal box or something, and I rubbed it with Inca Gold and then sprayed some glimmer mist, a little bit of black, and a little bit of silver sugar. I like the way that looks. Thank you, Erin, for all those pieces. Then there are some pages from a vintage young people's magazine, and they were haunted stories about haunted houses and stuff. This says, "Who would want to move into that spooky old house?" asked Sandy. And on this side, I adhered one of Erin's ravens that she cut out, which is again sprayed. You can see some glimmer on there. And there's one of the images that I will leave a link to the haunted house images too. Some of these really fun die cut, or not die cuts, ephemera pieces that I had to cut out are from Tailor Made on Etsy, and I will link her shop. This one is one of them. It's sewn to some burlap. Journaling cards there. Here's a little invitation to a Halloween party that I got at a flea market, or maybe the Salvation Army. I think I got it at Salvation Army. And I haven't glued anything to the strings on any of the journals, but I will do that. This is a flash card that was a printable. There's a spider here and a spider web there. I sprayed this with Tim Holtz cracked stencil. It looks like spider webs. Some vintage lace here. And I think all of these images are from Tailor Made. There's a piece of this orange lace. There's the other side of that magazine page. There's an envelope. I didn't put anything inside these long envelopes. This is Fortune Wheel for Halloween parties. There's some cheesecloth and rickrack there. This was a printable. And this is cut with a Martha Stewart punch. There's some trim sewn here. There's a sticker. This was printed on vellum also. I made the tabs big wide tabs just for something fun. This is another cardboard piece that Erin sent me. I rubbed it with the Inca Gold and sprayed it with silver and black again. And this is a little piece of velvet ribbon here. And this is one candy bag that someone had sent it to me, and I only had the one, but I included it in this signature in this book. I thought it was fun. It looks like a trick-or-treat bag. And I made this little tag to stick inside it. And then on this side, there's this. This is printed on vellum, this ghostly image. This is some of the fabric that Erin sent me. It actually came from a pair of pajamas. She said it's silky and it looks kind of spooky and gothic, just because of the coloration of it, I guess. I love this image from Tailor Made. Some of the pages I printed ledger and grid paper and stuff on the back, and I can't remember if they came with this kit or not. They may have. Or maybe they were just something else that I had. I don't remember. And all of these little pockets have quotes from Edgar Allan Poe. This one is a part of The Raven. This one has a little scrap of that webby trim. I have it in white and gray. So this is a vellum ghostly image here. This is more of that washi tape from Erin. There's a sticker up there that says October 31st. This is a muslin that I painted with my Distress ink and squirted it with water and stamped on it. I did a video on that. I have to distress the back of this. So this was a lot of fun. These journals were fun to do. I don't celebrate Halloween myself, but I had a request for a Halloween journal, and I had enough printables and other things that I decided to do 3 journals. So I did have fun with them. So this pocket is a printable, on vellum. I printed it on vellum. I love that little house. And this was the pocket that was large. Let me see if I can show you. I have another one. So they're this shape. So they have these. I didn't cut around them because I knew I was going to have to trim it down. So this is the size of these really nice pockets. But it was too big, so I had to lose all that pretty curvature there. But Haunted Valley Cemetery, I like the pockets, so. And this is another of those long envelopes. So there is the first Halloween journal that I have here. And I will show you the second one. This one had a, I think it was kind of a burgundy color cover. Yeah, you can see right there what color it was. And I Mod Podged this scrapbook paper to it, right over it, and Mod Podged a square doily and all of these images. And used the same fabric and some vintage trim. And again, I will glue some lace to that. It has the same label and a different little pocket for the tag. Same kind of layout for this, so I'll just go through it quickly so you can see what the different images look like. Again, a haunted house from Erin, and I tucked a coffee dyed index card in there. This is the cover of that magazine that had the Halloween stories in it. So the magazine is called Calling All Girls, and it's from October 1963. And it says, "Have a spooky Halloween party." I like this. Trick-or-treating kids. This came from TaylorMade. I think all of these came from TaylorMade. This is fortune telling set or favor cake set. 15 pieces. Wowee, chewing gum whistle. This says wishful thinking. There's the long envelope. Another piece of that pajama fabric. This frame, I had a set of these frames that were kind of punch out, and I don't remember where I got them from. Maybe somebody sent them. But I put this picture from the Tim Holtz paper behind it. And I just dropped the tag on the floor. This is tracing paper. The Witch of the Juniper Walk and Other Fairy Tales. Probably each of these journals will come with some extras that I didn't have room for in the journals that you can use to decorate them if you want. I like to leave a lot of journaling space, so you can either write or put in photos, decorate with some of these leftover pieces that I have, whatever you want to do with them. I made these long thin tags with this punch that I showed in a video not too long ago. It came in so handy because I could make long thin tags with my Cricut, but these with this I can do it a lot quicker and just the way I want it, because with the Cricut if to make them longer they become wider also. So this just works out perfectly. I love that punch. I got it on clearance and I'm so glad I got it. Look at that ghostly image. The trick-or-treat sack. I'll put something in this tuck spot and I'll put something in the bag here. This actually came from a book I cut it out of a book a long time ago. And that's it. So thank you for watching. Tell me what you think. Give it a thumbs up if you like it. And subscribe to my channel if you haven't subscribed already. And I will leave the link to my shop below. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you soon. Bye-bye.